before this video starts, I just want to apologize to anyone if you think this video is boring. I know it's kind of boring, but it's gonna be you know, somewhat informative and important to some of you guys. And yeah, I just wanted to say that real quick. So if this video does not interest you, it's all good. Just stay tuned for the next videos. And I hope you guys enjoyed the video. It was kind of rushed and sloppy, but you know what? Like, I'm just gonna show you guys whatever I filmed and the process of somewhat putting together the headlights. So real quick, that's the light. Projector's on. So the LEDs. High beams still work. And then this is the turn signal. Everything still works. Like I said, that's the blinker turning left, and then high beams. So like I said, hope you guys enjoy this video, and be sure to comment if you guys have any questions, and I'll try and help you guys as much as I can. These headlights are not perfect. We're not experts, but they are for sure way better than stock. That's all I'm gonna say. So thanks again for watching. Enjoy the video. I'm about to show you everything one piece at a time, so you can know like what I bought. Alright, so I got everything laid out right here, and I'm gonna show you one thing at a time. That way you know what's what, and you know, so you're not confused. But if you look over here, this is a old headlight. You can tell by looking at this crap. It's actually a OEM Cobra headlight. It's from my dad's, but anyways, I used it to practice with the heat gun and just pried it apart, and then took this off and took even the reflector off. Anyways, I was just practicing on that, so don't mind that. So this right here is a relay harness. So this right here is so that you can connect it to the stock connector to the, you know, the GTs, the 9904 cars, and then this connector is going to connect to the HID kit. So this is pretty simple. Now let's look at the HID kit. It's I guess one of the cheaper ones, or not really, I don't know. This was like, I think like 60 bucks more or less. But here is the light, and here's the ballast. So let me just open it up real quick, so that way you can see how these two are going to connect. Alright, so check this out. I already took the ballast out of this box. Right here is the bulb. So don't get confused, guys. Like, it's honestly pretty easy. I remember I used to be super confused when looking at all this stuff, looking at Ozo doing this. You guys know what I'm talking about, the dude who had the blue mock, and other people. Like, I would be confused even though they'd be showing me, but I'm gonna show you right now how everything plugs in. So here's the ballast, right? These two connectors go to the light. The light's right here, and it's gonna be these two connectors right here. So these two go to these two. Let me just connect it real quick. So it's just gonna go like that. Here's this one. Boom. See, those two are connected. Now the HID kit is gonna come with this connector. Now you don't need this, so you might as well just pull it out. So pull them out. So this one you don't need. So I'm just gonna toss this aside, and now we only got one plug left, which is this one right here. And this is gonna go to that relay harness that I just showed you, and it's simple. It just clicks in right here. Boom. So let me run it by you again. This is a HID kit, light, two connectors to the ballast. Right, here's the ballast, and then the connector is going to connect to the relay harness, and this right here plugs into the stock connector for the car. Boom. And just with that, the light is going to be powered. Now this little guy right here connects to the projector lens, which I will show you. It's in here. So it's pretty simple, as you can see. So right now this is two things that I ordered: the relay harness and the HID kit. This is right here, so it's already connected. So connecting this, it will light up already as it is. So now let me open up the projector lens and show you how this connector will connect to this. There's a projector lens, and here is the projector shroud. A lot of them online, this is silver or chrome, right? So a lot of dudes, what they do is they paint this black, but I just went ahead and ordered it black. And this is a 2.5 inch projector lens and shroud, so that way you guys know. This is 2.5, and here is that connector that I was telling you about. This right here is gonna connect right here, and that right there, that's all you need to know. So that's it for wiring as far as the projector lens. Simple, just three things. You got your projector lens with the shroud, comes together, your HID kit, and your relay harness. So this and this is all you need, right? Now I went ahead and ordered some LED strips to put on the edge of the light. I'll put a picture right here. And you don't have to do that, but that's what I'm gonna do just because it looks like really cool and unique. Not a lot of people have it, and that's what this box is right here. So it's 6 LED 3-inch strips, and I'll show you guys right now. I haven't actually opened one. I mean, I opened the box, but I haven't opened the box that they come in. It's by this company right here. I got it on, what website was it? I forgot the website. I'll put a screenshot right now. Yeah, man, this is pretty high quality stuff. Out of everything, these LED strips were the most expensive, because for 2 strips it's $50, and well, I need 6. So yeah, I had to buy 6 of these at $50 a pair. It's gonna be worth it because it's pretty unique, and they're switchbacks. So whenever I put my turn signal, they'll go from white to orange, just like as they should. Alright, so went ahead and took all 6 of them out. As you can see, you got 5 here, and this would be the 6th one. Gave me some pretty cool stickers. There's a website of where I bought these, and yeah, so here's the LED, and then like I said, nice braided line, and here's a connector that connects into the LED one, and these are the wires right here. So you got your ground, and then a white and an orange one. The orange one is gonna be that's the one that's gonna get the amber, and then the white one, I believe, requires 12 volts. So pretty easy. We might have to extend some of these, I'm not sure, but yeah, this looks like some pretty high quality stuff. So go ahead and go check out this company or this website, and they have a bunch of more stuff. So like, you can even get these in RGB, I think that's what it is. So you can change these colors, but I just wanted regular white LED switchbacks, so that's why I got these. I'm not really into all the color changing, you know, lights, but that's that. And then the only thing that's left is the headlights themselves. I'm about to open up this headlight right here. I already opened up one of them just to practice. It's right here. So here's the lens, here's the middle piece, and then here is the other piece. So pretty much 3 pieces, and then the reflector was a pain in the butt to take off, but my dad was able to take it off. It's pretty much glued around the edges on this piece, You just have to be patient and just super careful, and then it'll come off. So like I said, here's one, and now I'm just gonna start taking apart this one. Alright, so I'm just gonna take this off, because when I was using the heat gun on this one over here, this just acts like it almost melts with the heat gun. So it's better if you just take it off instead of like risking it melting onto the lens or something, you know. So just take it off. And yeah, so all you're gonna do is use a heat gun and just go over and over the edges. You want to get it pretty hot so that it's easy and you're not fighting it too much. And what I'm gonna be using is this flat screwdriver right here, just a normal skinny flathead. And with this, you just pretty much pry the edges. Just pretty much pry the edges where you can, you know, twist it, and yeah, you just got to be patient and take your time. Just like that. Just keep going over and over. And eventually it's gonna get stupid hot, and that's when you start prying it apart. Look, there is a clip that was right here. See this metal clip on the headlight? Just pry that off. There's a screw right here. I don't know if you can see it. Right here. You want to take that off with the screw Phillips, because if you don't take it off, then the piece in the middle of the light will not want to come out. So just take it off with your Phillips and you should be good. It's just a regular little screw. So that's it. So remember, this little screw right here by the turn signal, and then the little metal clip that was on here, those two are coming off, and then that's it. Check it out. That's opening. Boom, you can see the other piece is stuck in here, but you can take it out. Should be able to come off just like that. There you go. Alright, so here's the second light now taken apart. One tip I will say to help you guys out, whenever you start taking them apart, if I were you, I would start from either the bottom of the light or right here on the side. So right here on this side, there's actually a small gap. Whenever it's all connected back together, there's a small gap. I was putting the screwdriver in there and prying it. But honestly, no matter what, the important thing is that you get the glue hot enough. So just don't be afraid to use a heat gun. Just go over it and over, and just don't stay in one dead spot for too long, because you don't want to warp or like really melt anything. But yeah, just go over the heat gun. Just use the heat gun, you know, going over everything, and you should be good. So here it is, like I said, taken apart, and now we're gonna have to take off this reflector here, and it's pretty tricky because, like I said, it's glued on there, and it's not the type of glue that's on this, which is sticky. It's more like a super glue or some, I don't know, it's like a hard glue. It doesn't really warm up like this, so you're just gonna have to be super careful. Now I'm only taking this off because I'm gonna be putting individual LEDs here. Now if you want the traditional, you know, like retrofit headlights where the projector's here and you don't touch this, then just leave it alone by all means. You know, all you would do is just upgrade the bulb in here to like a LED switchback and you'll be fine. But you know, I don't really want it like that. I want the individual LEDs, so this has to come off. So just be careful if you're gonna take it off. But again, if you're doing regular retrofit headlights, you do not need to take that off. You're gonna use the same, you know, turn signal and leave this chrome so it can reflect off of that. But yeah, so let me go ahead and start taking off that reflector, and I'm just gonna be stupid careful because I do not want to break it. All right, and then we don't need this anymore since we're gonna be putting obviously the projector there, so we're just gonna wiggle it back and forth just like that. So we don't need that, it's junk. All right, and just like that, it's off. Now this I'm not gonna touch right now because like I said, I'm gonna try and take off that reflector, but I do have to trim this piece right here. Just not yet, we'll get to that in a little bit. I just kind of found like a little trick to take this off, which is very like, I don't know, I'm in shock that it's working. So basically all I'm doing is taking this corner and prying it down, kind of like this, watch. See how I'm prying it down? Because I have one hand. You just keep doing that and working it. You pry this down, this plastic down. And then the same for the top. You kind of like push the plastic away from the reflector. Over and over. It's kind of like this. Pry this. Get the reflector, just be careful. And then right here. See? So once you pry it over and over and over, then I got myself the razor, the blade, and I ran it in here. As I was prying it, I was kind of like scratching it and prying it, scratching it and prying it. Of course, this can, you know, chip, so just be aware of that. The blade can chip, but the important thing is that you're scratching it and prying it, scratching it and prying it, and then it should come off just like that. So I already have the bottom piece off. Now I just got to do the same thing for the top. Again, being super careful. Don't be scared if you hear like slight cracking and stuff. It's probably where it's glued from, so just be careful. And yeah, now that the bottom's loose, I think what I'm gonna do is just kind of wiggle it free, and hopefully, oh, there it is, just like that. So this one came off very easy. My dad was the one taking off the reflector, and the other one, he had a lot of trouble just because he was more like scraping it. But I'm telling you, what you guys want to do is just kind of pry this plastic away from the reflector, and you should be fine. I mean, if I did it, you guys can do it too. Here it is in one piece, nothing broken. So yeah, now that that's done, can move on to something else. All right guys, so kind of fast forwarded here a little bit, but I'm trying to show you before it gets even more painted. So right here, as you can see, like there's like a crack, it goes like a C. Pretty much my dad added a piece of like plastic right here, and that is to cover like the missing piece. I'll put a picture here so you guys know what I'm talking about, but there's a piece missing there, and all you got to do is just find a piece of plastic from something. What he used is a old toolbox case, and he just cut a square and then kind of trimmed it from there. And he used first super glue, and then he put JB Weld, and I just sanded it. These blue strips where the LEDs are gonna go. So once it's painted, I'll peel them off and I'll know where the LEDs are gonna go. And that right there is a hole. That's where the power and the negative go through. There's another hole up there and then one right there. But yeah, so just sanded the lights and I'm already painting them, so that's why I'm outside. I'm trying to take advantage of the daylight before it's gone. Here's the other one. Now it looks a little, I guess you could say, like kind of crappy like right now up close, but just keep in mind the LEDs are gonna be right here. The reflector is gonna be sitting over the LEDs, so you won't be able to see any of that stuff. And this one does not have the holes yet because we just haven't drilled them. We're gonna drill them after. It's no big deal, but like I said, I'm just trying to take advantage of the sun right now. Alright guys, so there's one complete. You can see the 3 LEDs over here behind the reflector. Here is the connectors for the LEDs. There's a projector. And so pretty much, as you guys saw earlier, we just drilled holes. And that's how these wires are going behind the light. Like right here. So on this piece of plastic we drilled a hole, then loomed them all out. And yeah, my dad had to take off the pins on these individually. You don't have to, you could probably squeeze it through there if you make a big enough hole, but we made a small hole. So, and then we depinned them, put them through there, and just put the connectors back. This one right here, we reheated it and it's you know, pretty much drying shut, and then once it's dry we'll go over it with black silicone all over it. But yeah, we got a whole bunch of pressure clamps on it, so I'm just gonna leave it like that overnight. But this one is already done. I mean, if you look up close, it looks, I guess, kind of crappy, but we already put silicone and everything, and you won't even be able to tell like once the hood's closed and everything. But yeah, so there is some shots where you can see under the projector there's a square, like my dad cut out a square, and that's so that there's a little flap for the high beams. Every time you hit the high beams, the little flap swivels, and if you don't cut a square, it's going to be hitting the plastic on the light, so your high beams won't work. So you have to cut a square if you want your high beams to work. If not, if you don't care, then just put it on. But yeah, if you want it sitting flush, nice and flat, you're gonna have to cut a square there. And as well as the shroud meaning this black shell of the projector, you guys saw how my dad cut like half of it. It's so that it'll sit flat. But yeah, so it's just drying up, and tomorrow I should be able to finish them up and wire them up. But I can't wait to see these things turn on, man. It's gonna be crazy. guys, just want to show you the lights the way they look during the day, because if it gets any darker, it just looks like a block of white light here, and during the day you can actually see them light up individually. Alright, so that's pretty much what they look like, you know, when they're on. Right now I don't have the projectors on just because they're gonna be flickering because the car's not on. I've noticed that like the projector lights flicker if the car doesn't have the full power. So that's why I'm just showing you these right now. And let me go ahead and just turn on the blinkers or the hazards. Alright, so just turn on the hazards. And that's pretty much what it looks like whenever I'm turning the car. Let's check this one out. That's pretty much it. The car looks way better with these headlights in my opinion than, you know, the stock headlights. It's a very time-consuming process, but I think it's worth it. And I probably will not make another pair of these just because it takes so long. And my dad helped me out a lot, you know, putting these on. But I'm just glad it's done because this is something that I've been wanting to do to the car for a very, very long time. And I'm not gonna lie, they're not perfect, but they still look very good. And they're, like I said, better than the stock headlights, and for sure they are way brighter than the original ones, so can't complain. And yeah, I think that's gonna be it for this video, guys. If you guys want to do this, just look back at the video and pay attention to what we did. I know it's not like a super detailed step by step, but you guys more or less see what we did. Yeah, I actually need to replace this, it's going out, but yeah, that's pretty much it. I'm gonna go ahead and let you guys go. I will be uploading very soon again. I appreciate you guys reaching out to me and asking me to upload again because it's been a while. But yeah, I'll catch you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching.